Saraswati Vidyalaya Union High School and Junior College welcomes all the students of Standard 9. I, Mrs. Manisha Chaudhary from SV Union High School, Pune, is here to continue with Part 3 of Unit 4.3 Intellectual Rubbish. For those who have enough psychological imagination, it is a good plan to imagine an argument with a person having a different bias. This has one advantage and only one as compared with actual conversation with opponents. This one advantage is that the method is not subject to the same limitations of time and space. Mahatma Gandhi deplored railways and steamboats and machinery. He would have liked to undo the whole of the Industrial Revolution. You may never have an opportunity of actually meeting anyone who holds this opinion because in Western countries, most people take the advantage of modern technique for granted. So, students, I'll explain now. The author further says that for those who have enough psychological imagination, it is a good plan to imagine an argument with a person having a different bias. Bias here means inclination or prejudice for or against one person. So, the author is saying that it is a good plan that you should imagine an argument, that is difference in opinions, okay, an argument with a person having a different bias, with such a person whose inclination is there or whose prejudice is there for against some person. This has one advantage. He further says that there is one advantage and only one as compared with actual conversation with opponents, and that this one advantage is that the method is not subject to the same limitations. Now, limitations means a limiting rule or circumstance, or you can say a restriction of time and space. Then he gives the examples of Mahatma Gandhi. The author says that Mahatma Gandhi deplored railways. Deplored means to feel or express strong condemnation of something. So here Mahatma Gandhi deplored railways and steamboats and machinery. He would have liked to undo. Undo means cancel or even reverse the effects or results of the whole of the Industrial Revolution. But you may never have an opportunity of actually meeting anyone who holds this opinion, because in Western countries we see that most people, they like Industrial Revolution. They like to take the advantage of modern techniques for granted. Let us continue further. But if you want to make sure that you are right in agreeing with the prevailing opinion, you will find it a good plan to test the arguments that occur to you by considering what Gandhi might have said in refutation of them. I have sometimes been led actually to change my mind as a result of this kind of imaginary dialogue, and short of this, I have frequently found myself growing less dogmatic and cocksure through realizing the possible reasonableness of a hypothetical opponent. Now, students, further is saying that if you want to make sure that you are right, okay, suppose you want to make sure whether you are right in agreeing with the prevailing opinion, that he has, the author gave the example of Mahatma Gandhi, no? So, whether you want to find out whether you are right or not, you will find it a good plan to test the arguments that occur to you by considering what Gandhi might have said in refutation of them. Now, refutation means that which disapproves. Then he further says, I have sometimes been led actually to change my mind as a result of this kind of imaginary dialogue. So, sometimes he's been led even to change his mind because of this kind of imaginary dialogue and this short of this. I have frequently found, he's saying that he has found himself growing less dogmatic. Now, dogmatic means what? What is dogmatism? Insisting on the truth of one's opinion without evidence. And cocksure. Cocksure means confident in an excessive or arrogant way. Through realizing the possible reasonableness. Now, reasonableness means sound judgment, or you can say fairness, of a hypothetical opponent. Hypothetical means based on an assumption. Let's continue further. Be very wary of opinions that flatter your self esteem. Both men and women, 9 times often out of 10, are firmly convinced of the superior excellence of their own sex. There is abundant evidence on both sides. If you are a man, you can point out that most poets and men of science are male. If you are a woman, you can retort that so are most criminals. The question is inherently insoluble, but self esteem conceals this from most people. Now, students, let me explain to you this paragraph. He further says, be very wary. Wary means careful, or you can say feeling or showing caution about possible dangers. So, be very wary means very careful of what? Of opinions that flatter your self esteem, that flatter your self respect. Okay, flatter means that false praise would. Both men and women, we see that there are 9 times out of this 10, they are firmly convinced of the superior excellence of their own sex. So each one, they are convinced of their superior excellence of their sex. There is abundant evidence on both sides, and there is evidence also on both sides that both of them are convinced. Then if you are a man, you can point out that most poets and men of science are male. So most of the poets are males. Those who are poets and men of science, they are male. But if you are a woman, then you can retort. Retort means reply, that so are most criminals. So most of them are also criminals. The question is inherently insoluble. So inherently means in a way that exists as a natural or basic part of something by nature. So it is all insoluble. But self-esteem, again self-esteem means respect. Conceals means hides, not allowed to be seen. But this self-esteem again hides this from most people. Now let's continue further. We are all, whatever part of the world we come from, persuaded that our own nation is superior to all others. Seeing that each nation has its characteristic merits and demerits, we adjust our standard of values so as to make out that the merits possessed by our nation are the really important ones, while its demerits are comparatively trivial. So, further he says that whichever part of the world we stay, we all are persuaded in such a way that our nation is superior to all others. We always keep our nation above all other nations, and each nation has its own characteristics, merits and demerits, that is advantages, disadvantages. But we adjust our standard of values all so as to make our merits possessed by our nation. We make out all those merits possessed by our nations, and they are really important ones for us. While its demerits, that is whatever the limitations or whatever the disadvantages are there, they are comparatively trivial. Trivial means insignificant or very small. So students, read the lesson till here. I'll stop here. Thank you.